Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gunn Field and Hal Tater Track in Palo Alto, California for the West Bay game night. Tonight, it's a battle of 1-0 teams as the Carlmont Scots visit the Gunn Titans. Hi, everybody. I'm Trevor Felch.
And I'm Mungai.
And welcome to our season premiere as we'll be joining you Friday nights all season long of football in Palo Alto, in Menlo Park, all across the West Bay, or the Midpeninsula, as they like to call it. So here we go. It is Carlmont and the Gunn Titans, both teams 1-0. Carlmont kicking off. Tavita Taki kicking it away. And back to receive for the Titans is Eric Price. And on a glorious early September Friday evening, we are underway from Gunn Field, and that is the other returner, Kevin Sharp, fielding the short hop, running on the far side, and there he goes! On the opening kickoff, 95 yards, Kevin Sharp,
touchdown for the Titans. That was a nice play.
Talk about a way to start the home opener.
I know.
As
can't beat that.
Kevin Sharp returns the kickoff 95 yards.
Very impressive.
The senior for the Titans, I don't know if he was even touched.
He wasn't.
He was
not touched.
And so the Titans pick up right where they left off after a 14-6 opening week victory at San Mateo. And they're already on the scoreboard 18 seconds into this game. Now here is Ben Sampson to kick. The extra point pulled down, and the kick is on its way. And
it's in.
Good. No good.
No good?
And the extra point attempt is no good.
But with 11:42 to go in the first quarter, we've barely even been on the air, and it's already 6-0 thanks to that man, Kevin Sharp. And Eva, you have to say, the speed of Kevin Sharp there, he just blew by everybody.
I know. Just went by everybody like they were nothing.
And so the Titans get the early lead. Titans in the El Camino division of the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League. Meanwhile, Carlmont in the Lake division. Of the, I believe it's called the Peninsula League.
It's called the Peninsula League.
The Peninsula League? But my question is, what's the lake? Is there a lake up there?
I have no idea.
Not too sure. So as the sun sets
in the G house, as they like to
call
it.
This is what they call. Now back when I broadcast here as a student graduating in 2007, we called it Gunn Field and Hal Tater Track because there's no name for the field, but the track has a name after the legendary track and field coach of the Gunn Titans, Hal Tater. Hal would be very proud of that run there by Price of 95 yards to give the Titans a 6-0 lead as Sampson kicks off and fielded on the short hop from the 18-yard line out across the 30, and some room on the return. Therefore, Nick Simon to the 43-yard line. And the kicker, Ben Sampson, makes the tackle as the Carlmont offense comes onto the field for the first time tonight. 6-0 the score to 1-0 teams. The victory for Carlmont last week came against the Kings Academy, shutting them out 33-0. Kings Academy, a private school in Sunnyvale, south of Palo Alto. The quarterback for Carlmont is DJ James, and on 1st and 10, Carlmont hands off to Jesse Gifford. R.L. Furman in on the stop. Loss of 3, back to the 40-yard line. Furman, one of the senior leaders for the Titans. Hey, got to meet him yesterday at practice. He was very excited about being interviewed by us.
He was.
2nd and 13. James gives to the up back. Pickup of about 4 yards or so for Mark Kunsia. Yet on the stop, Forrest Larson. Third down coming up from the 45-yard line for Carlmont. So far, just sticking to the ground game. And we haven't even seen the Gunn offense yet tonight. Now third down and 8 from the Carlmont 45-yard line. James will throw. Rolls to his left, throws on the run, and completes the first down to the 43-yard line of the Titans. That is Matt Stalin with the reception. Nabil Hamadi makes the tackle. But now Carlmont in Titan territory with the first down at the 43 of Gunn. Nice job there by TJ James, rolling out of the pocket, buying time, showing he's a very mobile quarterback. Good sized crowd here at Gunn Field and Haldane Track, still filing in.
Full.
It is.
Look at that.
Very impressive for the home opener here, the 2012 season. James fumbles the snap, keeps it himself, and actually picks up a yard or two. Well, it looked like he was just thinking that he was handing the ball off there a little bit early to Kunsia. I think he caught his running back Kunsia by surprise when there was no football to hand off to him. Second and 8 now from the Gunn 48-yard line. And an offset I formation to the right. 2 receivers to the right in motion. As the give goes to Nick Simon, a body on the stop.
Nick Simon, the ball carrier.
Down to the 30-yard line of the Titans, and another first down for Carlmont. Carlmont, again, sticking to the ground, but they did get that first down conversion with the pass.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line.
So TJ James thus far tonight, 1 for 1. And Nick Simon with that 10-yard carry, a first down.
We have an official's timeout.
Official's timeout. Might be for a measurement. Wonderful work by our tech crew to get the official's mic to work for us.
Official's timeout. We have an illegal mouthpiece.
There's an illegal mouthpiece. Now that is a first.
I know, I've never heard of that.
Now what, Eva, do you think would constitute an illegal mouthpiece?
Illegal
I don't know what, it's too big.
What does that even mean?
Now that is a first. First and 10 for Carlmont. They are driving and they hand off up the middle for Kunsia inside the 25. Stopped by Charles Fisiahi. Good pass rush there by the Titans. Ariel Furman getting close, but was unable to interrupt the play. Pickup of 7 on the carry. Brings up second and 3. 2 tight end set here for Carlmont. And up at the middle, stopped short of the first down. First carry of the night for Yancey Portis. Mike Jorgensen of Gunn makes the stop. And Portis picks up 2, brings up third down and 1 now. Can they hunker down and make the stop? Not sure how the field goal kicking goes, so you might even go for it on a 4th and 1 this far in Gunn territory, if they cannot convert here on 3rd and 1. But they do, diving across the 20-yard line. And a first down for Carlmont, courtesy of Nick Simon's carry. Thomas Sternad makes the stop. Brother of legendary running back J.J. Sternad, who graduated last season.
Good enough for a Carlmont first down. First and 10.
Now, do you know where Sternad went to? I know he's playing football in Division III now. Well, we hope to hear big things from him But his brother making the stop, but unable to prevent the first down. First and 10 at the 20 of Gunn. Going with a 3-back wing tee, and it's a quarterback keeper as DJ James sprints to the right side and is hit hard at the 17 by Eric Price. Interesting call there to have the quarterback keep it.
Yeah. Look at that.
And you see the lead block, but almost a hold there, actually, it looks like. Possibly on Simon.
Brought down by number 23, Eric Price.
But a nice stop there by Price. Gain of 5, though, on the carry. Second and 5. As the sun sets, we are playing under the lights, the 5-year-old lights here at Gunn Field.
We're actually 5 years old.
They are 5 years old. And the carry to Simon breaks 1 tackle. Boy, it almost looks like he may have had a face mask grab there. Thomas Janad with the stop. No, don't just grab the arm to slow him down.
Down by number 75.
Almost was able to bring him down short of the first down.
Gain of 3 on the play.
So after the 3-yard gain, another third down. Carlmont has been very impressive on their third downs, though. 3 of 3 on this drive, converting. And a handoff to the up-back inside the 10 with the first down to the 5-yard line on the carry for Quincia. And a first and goal coming up. Forrest Larson finally stopped Quincia.
Carlmont's number 34.
But I tell you what, Carlmont having their way here. They have had the football for nearly 9 minutes now. We're approaching the 9-minute mark. They got the football with 14:42. And now there is 5:45 to go here in the first quarter. This game is going by faster than a baseball perfect game.
Let's see how they do now.
First and goal for the Scots to the 5-yard line. And the handoff to the back in motion, dropped for a loss.
It was a nice stop by the Titans.
Yeah, very aggressive stop and a limp there, leaving the tackle there. The ball carrier, Jesse Gifford, with his second carry of the night. Great stop in the backfield there by Mike Jorgensen. Looks like might be something with the right leg, maybe a knee.
Maybe.
Oh, we won't speculate, but Gifford has to leave the field, and now second and goal after a loss of 5. Second and goal for the Scots. Driving into the end zone here. Going with a single back formation, 2 receivers wide to the right. James under center. Handoff up the middle, Quincia. Runs into a host of Titans. A big stop there brings up third and goal for Gunn. And that Gunn defense giving up only 6 points last week. We'll see if they can
hold it down.
Hold down here.
In the G house.
In the G house.
Third and goal from the 6-yard line.
It'll be third goal for the 6. And just pretty much the entire defensive
know,
line in the
that.
front box kind of swirled in, making the stop. Third down and goal at the 5-yard line. DJ James under center, hands off to Quincia again. Breaks 1 tackle, nears the goal line. No
Almost
side
there,
yet.
not yet.
Nope, not quite.
Getting
Stopped
closer.
just short. You can't get much closer. Inside the 1. Boy, I tell you, that ball looks like it's even on
It might be.
the goal line from our aerial.
It actually
boy,
is.
I think it, well, as you know, if the ball is actually in any way, shape, or form across the plane of the goal line, it is in, but it just we're talking microscopic millimeters here. Fourth and goal for the Scots. And James will keep it himself off right tackle. And again, no signal yet. They're saying he didn't make it. He didn't make it. Unbelievable.
Awesome tight end defense right there.
Wow. What goal line defense by the Titans.
Very amazing. Look at that.
Calvin Moreno makes the play for the Titans.
And that is Calvin Moreno with the stop.
First and 10 for the Titans from their own 1-yard line.
Calvin Membrano, I should say, with the stop at the goal line. And a huge stop there for the Titan defense. Gives the Titan offense quite the opportunity here to drive 100 yards. Literally, they are at the goal line.
See if they can do it again.
And now, of course, you got to do everything you can to get that ball out of there. And always the dangerous handoff in the end zone. A little bit of breathing room there. The Titans, the handoff to Eric Price. That's the first offensive play of the game for the Titans after Eric Price returned the opening kickoff 95 yards to give the Titans the 6-0 lead that they hold. Oh, he gets about 2 yards worth of breathing room. 2nd and 8 coming up from the 2-yard line. The sky starting to get a little darker now, kind of that navy blue hue, if you will. Running to the near side, that is Marcus Moreno Ramos with his first carry of the night.
Marcus Moreno Ramos, the ball carrier.
And 3rd down coming up with a little under 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Titans leading the Scots of Carlmont 6-0. Sant in on the stop there for Carlmont. And despite a drive of over 10 minutes, Carlmont stopped on 4th and goal at the goal line. The Titans scored on the opening kickoff. So there hasn't been a whole lot of activity in this first quarter. A lot of excitement, but not a lot of changing of possessions. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. As Andre Guzman under center. Hands off, running right, and that's a first down for the Titans out across the 10-yard line. For Sean Leinster, junior running back for the Titans. DJ James, the quarterback, also in on the stop. The Titans with 25 players on their roster. It doesn't look like Carlmont has a whole lot more, so you get the quarterback's making the stop there. You just have to think even how tired you must get. I mean, we get tired just broadcasting this game, but we don't move.
About it. They're actually doing amazing with only 25 players.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were talking yesterday with R.E.A. Furman, who's both the center and the nose tackle, and he said, what's the secret to playing both offense and defense?
The coaches.
It's specifically the conditioning coach.
The conditioning.
Penalty marker down.
Got a dead ball, delay a game, 5 yards, repeat down.
And of course, things are hard for the quarterback in terms of time management because Gunn Field does not have any play clocks for them to see the 25-second play clock. So it's sort of you need to have that internal time.
Gotta keep it in you.
50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So Guzman now on 1st and 15, drops back for his first pass of the night and completes it to Sean Leinster. Has his screen and plenty of room on the far side.
Look at him run.
Blazing speed into Carlmont territory. And
seems like we're gonna get another touchdown.
89
touchdown
yards.
For Titans.
Touchdown Gunn.
That was very impressive.
Wow.
They just got the speed.
The speed of Leinster and the receivers on the far sides developing the screen. And Leinster from Andre Guzman for 89 yards for the Titan touchdown.
Very impressive.
As you said, Eva, the speed on display there.
Just look, catches the ball.
And after that missed extra point, Coach Dan Navarro sends the offense back out to go for 2.
Very impressive run.
The key there, the blocks, the screen, and then Leinster just showing the acceleration there, the burners.
Just went for it.
So 2-point conversion attempt now. And Guzman will take it himself, bootleg left, cuts the corner. Hit hard, and he falls in for the 2 points. And the Titans have a 14-0 lead with 31 seconds to go in the first.
That's the very first quarter right there.
And look at this Guzman just showing again that
His
speed.
knee.
He was determined.
It's actually really amazing because of his knee. Remember, we were talking, and he actually injured his knee.
Yep, that's right.
That was a very impressive run with an injured knee right there.
And then just
14-0 for the score. The Titans in the lead.
He decides to run straight into the deep area of the goal line and just barrels him over like a Mike Allston fullback. So 31 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and Gunn has a 14-0 lead as the fight song plays for his second time tonight. Tonight's game on the Palo Alto Media Center, the premier edition of the West Bay Game of the Week here in 2012, is presented by Piazza's Fine Foods at the corner of Middlefield and Charleston. Is that right? I've never had a sandwich there.
I did.
They did.
It's really impressive.
I do know that they have a fine array of everything you could possibly need for your culinary delights at Piazza's Fine Foods in Midtown Palo Alto at the corner of Middlefield and Charleston. Gunn kicking off with a 14-0 lead. A bit of a celebratory return to the 27-yard line of Carlmont, and a hard hit by Forrest Larson. No, that's Mike Jordan with the hit. So Carlmont trying to bounce back after a heartbreaking, what must have been at least 11-minute long drive, stretching the field, and
they got nothing.
In the end, they get stopped on 4th and goal at the goal line. It was not even the 1-yard line.
It was at the goal line.
My old scoreboard operator when I was the public address announcer here at Gunn, Josh Paley, would say about the 1 centimeter line, but he is a math teacher, so that's why he needs to be so precise. And off up the middle on 1st down and 10 for a pickup of 4 for the Scots. That is Yancey Portis on the carry, stopped by Marcus Moreno Ramos. That will be the final play here in the first quarter. A very impressive opening quarter for the Titans, with an opening kickoff return for the first touchdown, and then an 89-yard touchdown pass from Guzman to Sean Leinster. Gives Gunn a 14-0 lead after the first 12 minutes of play.
They sure don't waste their time.
They don't wait. They did not waste their time, absolutely. They've already matched their point total from the opening week victory at San Mateo.
14-0 lead for the Titans right there.
Very impressive crowd here.
It is.
Celebrating, beautiful view from high atop Gunn Field and Haldane Track.
The band going there.
At the Tim Farrell Press Center here at the 50-yard line of Gunn Field and Haldane Track. I'm Trevor Felch with Eva.
Yep.
Eva, with her first broadcast, not too bad. But,
hoping I'm doing all right.
And Eva, a senior here at Gunn, while yours truly graduated from Gunn in 2007. And now returning back, my first time seeing a game here, and years ago, the last time the Palo Alto Media Center was broadcasting games, I was doing the public address work here at Gunn Field, and my senior year was the first year that they had lights.
Oh, really?
Back in the old days.
How'd you guys play with no lights?
Well, it's called you play in the sunshine. You play in the afternoon. Back to action to begin the second quarter. On a 2nd and 5, handoff for Carlmont, and nowhere to go for Yancey Portis, the Carlmont junior. Brings up a 3rd down from the 27-yard line of Carlmont. Calvin Membrano leads the Titans there on the defensive stop. And now the Gunn defense trying to hold Carlmont to a 3-and-out. This is just the second possession of the game. Already into the second quarter for Carlmont. Quarterback James rolling right, throws on the run, and almost intercepted by Eric Price. 3 and out for Carlmont. Well, earlier tonight, DJ James had done that same, rolling to his right, throwing on the run out of the pocket, and made a great completion. That one looked like he was throwing into double coverage and in and out of the hands of Price. So now Gunn to get the ball back.
Yeah. Very impressive for the Titans.
Yeah, their defense definitely showing.
It actually
strength.
got better. Got way better.
The punt nearly blocked. Back for the Titans is Sean Leitster, and he will just let it roll out of bounds at the Titan 27-yard line.
Once again, this game was brought to you by the Asian Box. The Box is a restaurant that bridges the gap between fast casual and your favorite nearby joint. It's located near Town and Country Shopping Center at the corner of El Camino Real and Embarcadero Road. You guys should go check it out.
Yeah, I had lunch there actually.
We got a block in the back.
2 weeks ago.
Got the
On the
cheerleaders right
receiving
there.
team. We're going to go 15 yards back
So
from the
after
spot.
the block at the back penalty, Titans will be heading deep in their own territory. Yeah, the Asian Box actually opened up by former sous chef of the highly regarded Slanted Door restaurant in San Francisco's Ferry Building. Now, that gap between fast casual and your favorite neighborhood joint. That's an interesting
Description.
description, yes.
Isn't it?
I'm
I mean, like, I
trying
went
to
there
imagine that.
and
Well, I'm just interested because I also moonlight as a food writer.
oh yeah, I know you do.
and
Got a
wrote
block
my,
in the back
my thesis
on the return team.
years ago on the
Half of this to
changes
the
in
goal.
formality of restaurants.
First down.
And the gap between a casual restaurant
Casual
and
and
a
your
neighborhood
favorite
joint.
neighborhood.
That's. But Eva, do you speak French? You speak French, so you would be able to read my thesis. That's good.
I actually took French for 4 years, maybe 5.
Okay.
Not sure if I got
Well,
that much out of it though.
we will be broadcasting the third quarter en français, so
Oui.
stay tuned.
You
11:02.
speak French.
11:02 to go here before halftime. First and 10 Gunn, backed up after that penalty to their own 13-yard line. Short pickup there on the carry. We've been very much enjoying the Carlmont roster as a broadcaster. You always want your roster to be numerical, but they only provided one that is alphabetical, so it's kind of scavenger hunt every time. Here's my spotter, Mel Froley. I'm Trevor Felch.
And a Mungai.
Here from
We got
Gunn
timeout.
Field and Haldane Track.
Black.
So we got a timeout.
Titans call a timeout. Starting to get a little chilly here.
It is getting really chilly.
When the sun goes down in the Bay Area, temperatures plummet.
I'm actually about to grab my jacket.
Yeah, you're daring tonight. I thought of bringing my ski jacket here,
Ski jacket.
or my East Coast overcoat. Back when I went to college in Ohio, we would be broadcasting games where it's in the 30s, wind chill in the 20s and whatnot. You'd be wearing your mittens and
Got the gloves on.
You'd have earmuffs over your headsets.
Got everything. Full gear.
Actually, I remember one time, and then I went to college in Southern California. I actually went at halftime to my dorm room to get scarves and gloves because it was so cold in the second quarter. The first quarter, when the sun was out, I thought it's a great, sunny day in California.
And you never know, the California weather is just
It
crazy.
It might snow tonight.
Just
Just don't
changes
know.
like that. And we're back on.
Yep, second and 11. Running to the near side, Sean Leitster across the 15 to about the 17 of Gunn. There's a penalty marker now.
We got number 80
Just unable to find the
holding
blocks there.
on the offense.
But it's coming back, holding against
Captain.
Gunn's Mike
Captain.
Jorgensen.
DJ Murray.
DJ Murray made the stop there, but the Titans are just going the wrong way. After the block of the back penalty at the start of this drive, and now a holding penalty.
We are holding on the offense. 10 yards, repeat second down.
I find it interesting that we can actually hear the referee, but his microphone does not go to the stadium, so the stadium cannot hear him.
Second down and 17.
I wonder how they work that out.
Well, it's
Our tech team.
Our tech team.
Very impressive.
Behind the
They give them
scenes
the props.
crew. Led by producer Chuck Alley. So the Titans are just going the wrong way right now. Second down and 16 at their own 6. Trying to get some breathing room out across the 10-yard line. On the carry there for the junior, Marcus Moreno Ramos. Moreno Ramos had a great game last week at San Mateo. DJ Murray. And Nick Newberry making the stop. There's Moreno Ramos. You could say the lead running back. We've been seeing split time and the handoffs from Guzman to Moreno Ramos and Sean Leinster. It's the cheer crew hoping to get that third down conversion here. 12 yards to go. Titans at their own 10-yard line. Quarterback keeper for Guzman running left. And out of bounds at the 15-yard line, short of the first down. And for the first time tonight, the punt team is on for Gunn. There's nowhere really there for Guzman to go as he was pushed to the sideline. And then dragged out of bounds by Jesse Gifford. On 4th and 8, Titans will punt it away. Ben Sampson standing at the Gunn 1-yard line. In punt formation. A low line drive kick. Takes the Gunn bounce, and Carlmont will just let it roll. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Gunn. Not quite making it to Carlmont territory. Well, next week, the Titans will be here at Gunn Field in Haldane Track again. They host Cappuccino High School. Cappuccino located in San Bruno, which is just up the peninsula. That is a non-conference matchup. And then on the 21st, the big showdown of Palo Alto on the road at highly ranked Palo Alto High School.
Versus the Titans, the rivals.
Need to come up with a nickname for that rivalry. Carlmont from the Gunn 49-yard line. And on first down, handoff goes to Nick Simon.
Nick Simon,
2.
the ball carrier.
You could say it's the, I don't know, the Civil War, North Palo Alto versus South Palo Alto, just like they do in Oregon, between Oregon and Eugene and Oregon State and Corvallis. 2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line. Going with what's called a wing T formation. 3 backs. And another handoff to Simon. For short gain.
Nick Simon, the ball carrier.
Membrano makes this stop. Look at Membrano, able to slow him down. Great tackle.
Tackle by number 80, Mike
And now a 3rd down and about 7 from the 46.
3rd down and 6 from the 46.
And after that long opening drive, Carlmont with a 3-and-out, and Carlmont now facing another 3-and-out if they cannot get the 7 yards to convert here. With a single receiver to the near side, and the handoff goes to Corino. And And he's short of the first down, only to the 41. Membrano in on the stop again for the Titans.
Carlmont, number 34 on the carry.
The question is here on 4th and 2, Eva, will the Scots go for it or not?
Got down by number 40.
We're about to find out.
It looks like they are. Well, you know, when you're punting from here, you know, you never know how it might be returned back to the 40. And, well,
We got timeout.
timeout called.
How about
Huckleberry
Timeout
Blue.
called by Carlmont,
Timeout
the
on the
Scots.
field.
While the Titans have their mascot here, Timmy the Titan, I have not seen a Scot over on the far side. An intense first half for both teams, but it's the Titans shutting out Carlmont, 14
Very
to
impressive
nothing.
D right there.
7 minutes, 18 seconds left. There's one of the assistant coaches, Matt Weissman, addressing his team. Matt Weissman is a social studies
He's also
teacher.
a social studies
at
teacher.
Gunn.
He's actually amazing.
Well, I mean, every teacher is amazing. So by day, he's
It's Mark
or
Weissman.
Mark Weissman.
Called him mine. Sean Lister, not Leicester.
So 7:18 to go. 14-0 the score. We're on the West Bay Game of the Week. Trevor Felch with you from Gunfield and Haldane Track. And Carlmont to go with it on 4th down and 2. At the 41-yard line. And off to Corino. And it looks like he has the first down. Inside the 40-yard line. Larson trips him up for the
We got a
Titans.
first down.
Brought down by number 15. Palo Alto.
And that's how Carlmont had such good success on their opening drive, going all the way to the goal line, unable to get the touchdown, but they got a lot of yards, and that is by just grinding out yardage by running. Going sort of with that two-back approach with Corino and also some handoffs to Nick Simon, Yancey Portis as well. There's another handoff to, well, that time not Corino. Hamade making the stop on Portis for a pickup of about 3 yards to the 35.
Gain of 4 in the play.
The Titans leading here
Second down and
14
6.
to nothing. This is the home opener for Gunn. We really haven't seen much of their offense. As the time of possession certainly in favor of Carlmont. And out coming to the near side for Simon. Stop to the 31-yard line by Dietrich Sweat. First tackle of the night for Sweat.
The ball carrier.
And now a 3rd down and 3. And you can tell that time of possession certainly has been in the direction of Carlmont. And that's because they have to go to 3rd down
3rd down and 2.
in every series.
It's kind of funny how this game is working out. You know, the Titans just keep rushing out to the touchdown.
And they're the team with 14 points.
Yeah. Carlmont just keeps the ball.
Absolutely, and they keep it on the ground there with Yancey Portis up the middle, and Portis near the first down. Very close there at the 28-yard line. Membrano making the stop there for Gunn. We don't have one of those yellow lines at the on the television monitor.
The NFL.
But it looks like, looking at Deanna Bauer holding the 4th down marker there on the far side, former PE teacher of mine way back in the day. It is not a first down, 4th down and short. And I think Carlmont wants to discuss this.
We have timeout.
So that's timeout for Carlmont.
Blue.
Timeout. Carlmont.
But Eva, you must really be liking the Gunn defense so far, looking
I
very
love
sharp.
it. Very impressive.
Now Eva will break down the X's and O about the zone defense and the man defense.
Putting it in the spot right there.
Neither of us have. We both were sprinters, so we can talk about the.
Actually, I was a long distance runner. I cannot sprint for my life.
Well, like for that 89-yard touchdown run for Litster, that definitely would be touchdown. There's Griffin Carlson, one of our cameramen.
Let's wave at us. There we go.
I believe Griffin goes to Pally.
He does go to Pally. He's in 9th grade right now.
A freshman. Well,
Pally.
great choice
rival
to.
game.
Well, but you know what? We're all Palo Alto in the end.
That's all that matters.
It's different in 2 weeks, of course.
Oh, it's gonna go down. It's going down.
We have timeout.
So now Gunn wants to discuss the 4th down.
Timeout for the Titans. We weren't even 5 seconds in.
Now Gunn is wearing its home black jerseys tonight. When did they switch from wearing home red jerseys? They used to have different jerseys on. But I also haven't been
I think they were always black.
I haven't been here since Don Briggs was the quarterback in the 70s, actually. There's your trivia question. What year was it when Don Briggs was the quarterback of the undefeated team? That's, I think, the last time Gunn won the CCS championship. But last year, Gunn made it to a CCS game, if I'm correct. Or were they went 4-2 in El Camino Conference play, 4-5.
Got the band right there, the great music.
The band under the direction of Todd Summers. 4th down and 1. Finally, it's been at least 10 minutes. It's 3rd down, and both teams calling matching timeouts. Split backs in the backfield, and they didn't get it. Carlmont stopped short again on 4th down with the handoff to Nick Simon by Mike Jorgensen. Jorgensen with several big stops tonight.
1st down, Black.
And it's a turnover on downs, 1st down Titans. Big stop there by the senior Jorgensen. Well, he must be at least at 4 tackles tonight. He's been everywhere.
Turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Titans.
The Titan faithful very pleased with how the first 20 minutes of this game have progressed. Backs in an eye behind Guzman on 1st and 10. 3-step drop going deep, got a man. And
he's gonna do it again.
Jorgensen with the
third touchdown.
Down, and now
That's
he
the
has
third
the
one.
70-yard touchdown pass from Guzman. Touchdown Gunn.
Titans that just added.
And when the Titans score, they need to score by at least 70 yards.
That was so good. Touchdown for the Titans.
And they first had a 95-yard kickoff return, then an 89-yard touchdown pass. And now for the 3rd touchdown of the evening for Gunn, a 70-yard touchdown pass to Jorgensen as the offense is going wild. And now they will try for the point after missing the first extra point. They made the 2-point conversion. Almost blocked. And the field goal is good, and with plenty of distance too for Ben Sampson.
So we got 21-0, the Titans.
With 4:40 to go in the 2nd quarter. What a night for Mike Jorgensen.
Very amazing play right there.
He's got speed, good hands, but we also, of course, need to mention the beautiful touch on the throw there by Guzman as he went in the short drop. And he's a mobile passer, so he likes to rotate out of the pocket. But there, he stood, just went straight back inside the tackle box, had plenty of time thanks to the great blocking by his offensive line. And the perfect pass. Dan Navarro must be very proud of his team.
He must be really proud right now.
He was telling us in practice yesterday, the old Steve Spurrier line, well, if we score more points than the other team, then I'm happy. Well, so far he's happy, and the defense has been doing its part with the shutout.
It's just been so far. It's just been very good for the Titans.
But there's still plenty of football to be played. Sampson to kick off for Gunn, and T.J. Gifford back to receive for the Scots of Carlmont. A line drive kick to the far side. That'll go out of bounds. So very good field position coming up for the Carlmont drive.
And the kickoff goes out of bounds.
And tonight's game on the Palo Alto Media Center presented by the Palo Alto Cafe at Midtown near the corner of Colorado and Middlefield.
Got a very excited crowd right there. Griffin
Absolutely.
back of camera.
Griffin, a big fan of the Palo Alto Cafe. You know who actually is, speaking of our behind-the-scenes team, our producer and jack of all trades, our leader, Chuck Alley, his coffee shop of choice.
Out of bounds.
Chuck Alley, a discerning coffee drinker.
First down.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line for Carlmont. $21-0. With 3 receivers wide to the right. DJ James to pass and throws too high for his intended receiver. Jesse Gifford. Sean Litster on the coverage. But I've been liking DJ James as quarterback. He really likes to roll to his right. But he's got the speed. The question is he, by rolling out of the pocket, does that also make it so he can't really make the best throws, not planting his feet?
They might have to switch it out. Switch it up.
Well, we'll see what the offensive coordinator does, Eva. With just under 4.5 to go. James to throw again, and that is juggled and intercepted.
Interception
What
right
a
there.
Magnificent catch. Picked off by Calvin Membrano. How did he hold on?
That was amazing.
An incredible catch for the Gunn interception by Calvin Membrano.
I mean, how do you even see that? That was just...
And somehow held on. Look at this again.
Just look at that.
The fake double reverse by James, rolling to his right under pressure.
Calvin just
juggled and
caught it.
Diving for the catch. That's incredible.
Very amazing.
Membrano with his first interception of the year. And I don't know if he even should have another one because he can't replicate that one.
That was just crazy.
Guzman on first down completes to the far side for Kevin Sharp. Sharp, who ran the opening kickoff back 89 yards. And now the Titans hoping to add to that 21-0 lead. Nick Sant with the stop, a pickup of 8 to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up as the clock stops with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Gunn leads Carlmont 21-0. Guzman on the 3-step drop, going deep near his side. Got a man.
Incomplete.
Incomplete, intended for Lee Zhao. The first time Guzman has looked for Zhao tonight. Great man-to-man coverage there applied by Mikey Stalin. Brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Titans. Excellent coverage there by Stalin. And Lee Zhao, a very quick receiver, running the deep fly route down the near side, but Stalin was there. Maybe a little bit underthrown as well by Guzman. So now 3rd down and 2. Single back formation for the Titans. One receiver splits wide to the right. That's Sharp, and it's a pitch.
He's gonna run
Coming to the near side, Litster hit right at the 33-yard line, and he got the first down. Orm was there to stop him, as was Bukalakis.
And it's actually Lester, not Leister.
Oh, Lester.
Correction right there.
Lester.
Leister.
Always question. I have Litster.
Oh, Leister right there.
And now 1st down and 10 from the 33-yard line. I got the pronunciations from Song Park, the public address announcer here. If he doesn't know what's correct, then nobody does.
So it's actually Litster, huh?
Rolling to his left,
Oh,
throws
pass is
too
incomplete.
far. Over the head of the intended receiver, Kevin Sharp. Now, the nighttime sky here in Palo Alto. I think a lot of people very anxious to hear what the score of the Dodgers-Giants game is tonight. With Tim Lincecum starting for the Giants. I don't know the score. I'm one of the few to not have a smartphone, so I can't check. 2nd and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Ooh, what a hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Litster back to the 37-yard line. You could tell Carlmont knew the run was coming there. Dropped back to the 35-yard line.
Seems like they tightened up their defense.
Yep.
To get at the Titans.
They were ready for that handoff. 3rd down and long coming up at the 35 of Carlmont. 2:50 to go before halftime. Split backs behind the quarterback, Guzman, and a deep drop screen play to the right side. We'll see how far Moreno Ramos can go, and not nearly enough for the 1st down. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 33 with the tackle made by Jason Pulakankis. And now a 4th down and 10. The question is, will the Titans even decide to punt or not? They have not had to punt. No, they punted once tonight, I believe.
Just once, yeah.
We did see Ben Sampson, who has a dual role of punting and kicking.
He actually plays soccer too, I believe.
Oh, okay. You don't see that as often as you would imagine.
Soccer and football.
Because you would think, boy, soccer players should be really good kickers.
Right.
When I was a student at Gunn, Gunn had a superstar soccer player named Aaron Sussman.
You got a timeout.
And then the head coach, Sam Picture, said, well, you
Black.
know what?
So we got the timeout.
A timeout called here by Gunn. And
Timeout for
he
Gunn.
said, well, we don't have a kicker on this team, so let's just go see who's the leader of the
soccer
soccer
team.
team with the best foot. And they thought.
No, and that's where you get your best kickers.
And the funny thing is, not only was he a kicker, they also turned him into a wide receiver.
Oh,
he
really?
was a very good wide receiver, too.
So we got the band here again.
There they are. Actually, a sitting band, except the sousaphones and some members of the brass section. Do you play an instrument?
I used to play the viola, but that was a long time ago. Do you play an instrument?
And I used to play the trumpet as well. Not very well.
Got the refs joking around right there, having a good time.
Everybody enjoying
Just having a good time
this
out here.
Friday night.
Got the drums, you know, just getting at it.
Absolutely.
And we're back on.
So Gunn has decided to go for it. Guzman under center, 4th and 10 with 1:42 to go in the 2nd quarter. Guzman looking for the end zone, and he throws
incomplete.
just out of the reach of his diving receiver, Lee Zhao. And the Titans cannot convert on 4th down. The pass out of the reach of Zhao. Great coverage made by Sant. And the ball now goes to Carlmont. Carlmont with only 1 timeout remaining at 1:38 to go. Down 21 here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll have to have a bit of a hurry-up offense.
You have an illegal motion on offense. Penalty is declined. We got 1st down, blue.
Not surprising
First
that
down.
Carlmont
First down.
elects to decline the penalty and accept
We got saved on
the
that.
possession.
I mean, they need it. They need a touchdown.
Well, they need that momentum at least going into the 2nd half, as they have been really getting the yardage. They just
they just can't cross that line right there.
Exactly. It's been tough. DJ James back to pass, and a slant to the near side is complete. Up to the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Stop any clock. And that is Tamita Takitaki with his first catch of the night. Dietrich Sweat makes the stop. Clock is rolling. 1:15 and counting from the 40-yard line. Two tight ends, set with two receivers to the right. Here comes the pressure on James. James throws on the run and completes.
Complete.
Into Titan territory. Across the 45, down to the 42-yard line.
Got a first
and
down.
with the first down, the clock will stop with 1:01 to go. The completion to Matt Stalin. Membrano making the stop for Gunn.
We're hot. We're
42-yard
hot.
line as
We're
the
hot.
Chains move.
We're hot.
1:01 to go. Now the clock moves inside a minute in the second quarter. DJ James knows he has only one timeout to work with, and he wants to keep it. The clock is not moving, though. Now it's moving. 5 seconds must have gone off. Certainly helping Carlmont. James keeps it himself, and on the quarterback, he scrambles far side for 2 to the 40-yard line. There goes the clock again inside 40 seconds.
Second down.
Forrest Larson making the stop. Now 2nd and 8. Larson taking his time. Not sure how far the field goal unit can go. And they hand off to Karina, darting up the middle. Picks up 10, and that should be enough for the first down. It is down to the 30 of Gunn.
We're hot.
27 seconds left.
We're hot.
Marcus Moreno Ramos makes the stop. 10-yard carry there for Karina. Or Concia, I beg your pardon. Now 20 seconds, time becoming precious though. You don't get that sense of urgency. Concia gets the carry, he gets 5 yards. And now they have to call a timeout with 12.9 seconds left. And the ball at the 25 of Gunn. 21-0 Titans. R.E.A. Furman makes the stop there. It will be 2nd down and 5. So do you try for the end zone here, or maybe for a quick time? And with 12 seconds left, you would get the clock to stop if you get those 5 yards for the first down, but I just don't know.
I mean, you gotta be slow but fast at the same time.
Oh, you can't really be slow.
I mean,
you need to be urgent right now.
Be careful with your play so you can actually make it.
And I think they had to maybe go by air early on here. You get certainly one play, maybe can go for the first down quickly here, but I just don't know. I think you go for the end zone especially.
I mean, yeah, you just gotta go.
Because it's 2nd down, and I don't know how much faith they have in their field goal kicking. James throws left
Pass is
side.
incomplete.
Off the hands of the intended receiver, Jesse Gifford. Now a 3rd down, only 4 seconds elapsed there, 8.9 seconds. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Yeah, that first quarter just went by in a flash because it was essentially all Carlmont possession. And then Carlmont stopped at the goal line. And now Carlmont
21-0.
taking their time here in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 from the 25-yard line of Gunn. Single back, James back to pass. Looking into, that's caught at the 10. Out of bounds at the 9-yard line, and with just under 3 seconds to go before halftime, the clock stops. And a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line coming up. Beautiful pass there from DJ James. And he connects to get the key 1st down. And now one play here for Carlmont to try and find the end zone before halftime.
Let's see if they can do it.
James under center. And it rolls to his left, looking for the end zone, throws on the run. Getting out of the hands of his intended receiver. He had him. I don't know if it would have been a touchdown or not, but he had his receiver there.
They're just having trouble just crossing that line.
And the drive falls short at the 9-yard line, in and out of the hands of Nick Simon. Beautiful throw and right off the numbers. Great coverage there by Membrano as well by Gunn. After the first half of play here at Gunn Field at Haldane Track in Palo Alto. So far, the home opener is going well for Gunn as they head to their locker room with a 21-0 lead.
We got the song team coming out now.
And it has been a very impressive first half here for Gunn. Hi, everybody. I'm Trevor Felch.
And I'm Eva.
And glad you could be here on this opening week of the Media Center's Peninsula football broadcast. And next week we will be at Palo Alto High School
at Pali
for what I believe is a matchup of top 10 teams between Archbishop Mitty of San Jose and the Palo Alto High School Vikings.
We'll see if the Pali people play as well as the Titans.
So this is the Gunn High School song team performing.
I don't know what. That was actually the Carlmont High cheer squad.
Is there such a thing as the Gunn song team, or is it just the?
There is the Gunn song team right there.
And the cheer. Oh, okay.
They're actually wearing about the same uniform.
Okay.
And now we've got the cheer team for Gunn. Playing a very popular song. Do you know the song?
I have to admit, I have heard this song. I haven't heard this mix.
Got the refs right there, just having a good time. Seems like they're enjoying the show. And that was the Gunn Varsity Cheer Squad. Now we finally have the Gunn song team.
If you're on camera, come by the van. All right, sounds good. Thanks. I'll look camera.
Welcome back, everybody, to Gunn Field and Haldane Track. As the second half about ready to get underway on this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Titans off to a great
just about
start.
ready to leave.
Titans
If you
leading
want
21
food,
to nothing.
do it so now.
I'm Trevor Felch.
And Eva Mungai, once again, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely, and we hope you can join us all season long. Palo Alto
Los
Media
Santos,
Center
Taqueria, and Panda Express
broadcast to high
are ready
school
to serve you.
football and
Thank you.
girls volleyball as the sports department of the media center returns for the first time in I believe 4 or 5 years, bringing Midpeninsula sports
It's very exciting for
for
us.
television. And it's great for the community, great for the families, and the parents, and the players themselves to watch themselves.
Get
Because
coverage.
who doesn't like to watch themselves or hear themselves on TV? I know I love to hear myself on TV.
I know
That
you do.
is not abundantly clear in this broadcast.
I know you do.
But to be a broadcaster, you must listen to their own voice.
So we got the gun right there.
And they look focused. They look very...
They look very happy. I mean, like, why shouldn't they be?
They must be excited about how the first half went with that 21-0 lead, but at the same time, there's still 24 minutes of football to play.
We'll see how that goes.
Then we'll kick off to start the second half. But I would certainly say the Gunn head coach, Dan, must be very pleased.
He is, actually.
Especially the defense. I mean,
The defense was just amazing. Just, you know, stopping them right there at the goal line. That's not just once, but twice.
and it hasn't necessarily been pressure.
The Titans will kick off to start the second half.
Holding their own, not allowing any big runs, and then several nice stops in the second half. You can see Andre Guzman there trying to stay warm. It has a little bit
Nick Simon might get to return.
The football. We're ready to go in the second half. Second game of the season for both teams at 1-0 coming into tonight.
Here we go.
And it looks like actually one of the upmen touched the ball, but fielded on the hop by Jesse Gifford, return to the 25-yard line. It's Carlmont ready.
We got a first down. Blue.
Brought down by number 42.
Nice stop there by Gunn.
Dietrich Sweat. First and 10.
So now the Carlmont offense back out onto the field here with DJ James, junior quarterback, starting under center. And James in the reverse gives the handoff, running far side. Nick Simon cuts the corner, has the first down out across the 40. And a gain of 19 yards before Kevin Sharp makes the tackle. Well, Carlmont had a
First
very
down.
systematic style of running where they really used all 3 downs, slowly going downfield in the first half, and now already on the first run of the second half, getting that first down. Now the wing T formation on. First and 10 of the 43. James runs into one of his own guys. And the handoff gets maybe a yard. They're on the carry for Gifford. No gain on the play. Second and 10 coming up from the 43.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Well, I mean, the Carlmont team has been very good at just pushing on. You just got to see if they're actually going to make it all the way right now.
And so far, just sticking to the running. There's another handoff from James. Across the 45 to the 47 before Fisiahi makes the stop. And it's now third down coming up for Carlmont. Looks like it's the first carry of the night for Justin Fink for Carlmont. And now a third down and 6 coming up. And an offset I formation here for Carlmont. And half handoff up the middle. Near midfield, but well shy of the first down there for Marconcia. Getting to gun territory, at least to the 49 of the Titans. Nabil Hamade makes the stop. And now 4th and 2. Carlmont was 0 for 2 in 4th down conversions in the first half. And now they will, well, looks like they're in punt formation there. As you see, Quincy stopped 2 yards shy. So in punt formation, there won't be a fake. Punt it away from the 45. A deep punt fielded from the 5-yard line of Gunn. On the hop, here comes Kevin Sharp, run out of bounds.
Sharp has been very active in this game.
Well, he had that opening kickoff. Sharp run out of bounds by Gomez. Well, he didn't get the touchdown there. He only managed to get about 20 yards there on the punt return. High expectations.
High expectations after the first run.
We have a block in the back on a return team. Half the distance to the goal. First down. Go half the distance.
First down for the Titans.
Oh, 9:24 to go here in the third quarter. Gunn 21. And
Carlmont 0.
a shutout. So far, no scoring for Carlmont. Tonight's game on the Palo Alto Media Center is brought to you by Howie's Artisan Pizza in Town and Country Shopping Center at the corner of El Camino Real and Embarcadero Road.
A block in the back on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Howie's Artisan Pizza with wood-fired pizza by Chef Howard Bulka. Excellent place before and after Palo Alto High School games or Stanford football games and any afternoon
game,
or night of the week.
Dinner time, lunchtime, just stop by.
Great salads too. Great salads. Howie's Artisan Pizza in Town and Country Shopping Center. We might just go there before the game, either there or Asian Box. Both.
Or we might just go after this, and now I'm feeling kind of hungry, you know.
Well, next week when we're at Pally,
oh yeah, Pally, that'd
make more sense. As Gunn has the first and 10 at their own 2-yard line, pickup of 8 for Kevin Sharp on the carry. Tackle made by Nick Simon. And that should be a great game.
It actually is a really great game.
Now, will that be the home opener for Pally? I think it will be.
I think it should be.
I don't think they're playing at Pally tonight.
I believe it should be.
And they played at Los Gatos last week. That's a tough Santa Clara Valley Athletic League matchup. Another handoff there for Sharp. Or, sorry, that's Moreno Ramos, but going backwards for a loss. Back to the 7-yard line of Gunn, losing 5 yards on the play. About a third down and 5 coming up. And that will be our game of the week next week. But right now, it is the Crosstown Rifles, the other team from Gunn, leading Carlmont 21-0 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. And on third down and 5, a handoff running off the right side, nearing the first down, but not quite. Just down at the 10-yard line and the carry. With that stop, looks like Gunn is going to have to bring in the punting crew. In comes the punter, Sampson. There's our beautiful
We
truck.
got the truck.
The Media Center Productions. Inside,
Said we got
have
Ethan.
Ethan at the controls, our director this evening, doing a fantastic job directing tonight's show. There's a fantastic bunt. About 55 yards all the way to the 48 of Gunn there. The punt by Ben Sampson.
Got a first down,
Carlmont will have the
blue.
ball. The Scots looking to find their way into the end zone for the first time tonight, or at least to just get on the scoreboard somehow. As they trail Gunn 21-0 with 7:14 to go in the third quarter.
Still got a lot of time, so.
And as it's getting colder, it makes the it even harder for the quarterbacks.
It does.
I mean, we're not talking Lambeau Field like frigid temperatures. And the wing tee offense with 3 backs on first down. Hand out to Concia off the left side into Gunn territory. Inside the 45-yard line, picks up 9 yards. Good game for, or check that, not Concia. That is a different runner. That is Jesse Gifford, I beg your pardon. Beal Hamade making the stop. And Gifford picks up a long 9 yards there for Carlmont. Second and short coming up. As DJ James, I don't know if we've seen DJ James even throw the ball.
He just
Gifford
keeps passing it. Just handing
coming
it
from
down.
the near side, breaks one tackle on the second effort, gets the first down to the Gunn 40-yard line. A hard-hitting run for 4 yards by Gifford, and there's an injured Titan down.
We got timeout. Officials.
And that is
Injury
Thomas
timeout.
Straw, a cramp of some sort. They're looking at that right leg, right lower leg. I was worried at first that hard initial hit there for on the carry by Gifford. May have jolted
He looks to be fine. He's getting up right now.
Getting up. Hopefully he can walk off.
He's walking out. He's okay.
And, a little bit of a limp there.
He's on. He's good.
You can tell the enthusiasm, the energy. Sternad doesn't even want to go out, but he has to go out for at least one play. I'm sure
Very determined.
the training staff might take another look at him on the sideline. And of course, there has been, we have been very fortunate so far in this game not to have any significant injuries, but of course there's been so much discussion in all levels of football recently with the recent hard hits in the National Football League and concussions of all ages.
Concussions.
And the
That's the one
studies
thing.
about what concussions do to football players after their careers are over. On 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line, a run for 6 yards. For Carlmont's Nick Simon, Christian Gonzaga with his first stop of the night for the Titans. And a gain of 8 yards there for Simon. I know just how scary it was when my brother was quarterback for Gunn about 10 years ago. He suffered a concussion and just momentarily just didn't know where he was or who he was.
It's actually really scary.
And handoff up the middle, first down there for Gifford. I recently, actually, I was on a roller coaster
First down.
in Dallas, Texas. It just had this blackout, just this whiteout because of the G-forces.
Did you really?
And it was a very momentary concussion, and I can't imagine what it's like when you have that impact. And obviously, the scientists, the doctors are doing a fantastic job of studying so that we can make this game of football as safe as possible. And with the technology, with the helmets, they keep trying to make it as safe as possible because we need it that way. Here's a handoff to Yancey Portis at the 24-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 1-yard line down to the 23. 4:40 and counting to go here in the third quarter. 21-0. Gunn leads. I'm Trevor Felch with Eva Mungai. Eva is senior at Gunn High School.
And Trevor, an ex-Gunn High School student right here.
School, graduate of Carlmont McKenna High School.
That's right.
Claremont McKenna.
High school, university.
College, not a university. Not a university. A school of about, a school smaller than Gunn High School, in fact.
Is it really?
About 1,200 students, but then with the whole Carlmont consortium, you have about 5,000 students, so over double the Gunn student enrollments. Can you name the 5 schools in the Carlmont consortium? Is a 3rd down and 8 coming up here for Carlmont.
Can I name them?
Yep.
I don't think I can.
Claremont, McKenna, Pitzer, Pomona, Scripps, Harvey, and Mudd.
Look at you go.
Oh, yeah. How impressive. I broadcast the games there, I should know. Here's Gifford running left, and he's dropped for a loss of about 1 yard. 4th down coming up for Carlmont. Interesting how Gifford has been sort of the go-to running back here for Carlmont here. Now 4th down and about 8 yards to go from the 21-yard line. So, no field goal here. They will decide from the 22-yard line. This would be about a 38-yarder, but going for it on 4th and 8. James rolls out of the pocket.
Pass is complete.
Throws on the run, complete to Concia, but that is well short of the 1st down. The gun is stopped by Kevin Sharp. And another turnover on downs as Carlmont is now 0 for 4.
Got a turnover on
tonight.
downs.
In first
down,
conversion
Black.
attempts, and frankly, Eva, that is a big reason why it's a 21-0 Gunn lead. They convert very well on some 3rd downs, but when it comes to 4th down, they just
don't get it.
Can't finish, and it has
just
been
seems like
trying
there's
a little bit.
Really big wall right there. Just can't seem to get over it.
And each time, I think DJ James has rolled out of the pocket, thrown on the run, and either it's been just dropped by his receivers or just great stops by the Gunn defense. Flag on the field. I think it's a delay of game here on the Gunn offense, or it may have been a false start. Eva, I wouldn't be surprised here with Gunn leading 21-0 in late in the 3rd quarter. Now they're definitely going to try getting that clock
Legal
to move,
procedure.
Faster.
not allow the Carlmont
On the offense. 5 yards. Repeat, 1st down.
So as the Gunn offense moves back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty.
We encourage everyone in the Mid-Peninsula community from Mountain View, Palo Alto, Menlo Park, Atherton, Woodside. And if you are a student or an adult interested in joining the Media Center sports program, we would love for you to join us by just going to the website of the Media Center.
I believe, which is...
Perhaps, well, you can Google it.
It might just be MediaCenter.com.
We will get the information for that in a moment, but we would love for you to join us as we hand off for a couple yards, pickup of 2 there for the Titans. Oh, I'm sorry, a loss of 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 13 coming up. But we have a young volunteer crew of...
So the website is midpenmedia.org.
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 We are Comcast channels 26, 27, 28.
29 and 30.
AT&T
and Uverse channel 99.
Guzman back to pass on the 2nd and 13. Connects at the 20-yard line. Gain of 9 yards to Kevin Sharp. And Jacob Bulakakis, Jr. for the Scots of Carlmont makes the stop. Under a minute and a half to go here in the 3rd quarter, and a 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 3.
Now Now 3rd and 3 at the 23-yard line, but we can have volunteers who are students, adults, just as long as you're interested in
the media.
The
Just
broadcast
sports.
in some capacity, whether broadcast or broadcasting or behind the scenes camera work. Pass is complete, as that is Kevin Sharp again. And Sharp has the gun. First down reception to the 37-yard line.
Got a first down.
Nick Simon makes the stop. Simon, a defensive back and running back. Another one of those
Double rolls.
two-way, double role players. Both of these teams with roughly 25. I think Carlmont might be around 30 players on their roster. Makes it pretty much impossible to be exclusively on just one side of the football. Handoff up the middle on 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Not a lot of room there for Marcus Moreno Ramos. Hit there in the backfield. Nice tackle. Grabbing the ankles, Yancey Portis makes the stop. And Gunn might just let the time expire here in the 3rd quarter with the Titans leading 21-0.
About 75 seconds, actually. A few seconds just left in the game.
In the 3rd quarter. Game's not quite over yet.
The 3rd quarter, yeah.
And Gunn knows that there are still 12 minutes to go. And
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Gunn Titans leading 21-0.
well, an impressive first 3 quarters of play for the Titans.
For the Gunn
and
Titans.
the
They must be
crowd-
really proud.
Crowd very proud. And with 12 minutes
21-0.
to go, Titans looking for the big finish. And tonight's game on the Palo Alto Media Center brought to you in part by Cala Construction Group, remodeling the Mid-Peninsula for over 20 years. And by Piazza's Fine Foods.
Bet's Pizza in the place.
as
And the
pizza-
sandwiches.
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 As well.
And so if you want to learn more about the program, the Media Center program, just contact Chuck, who's actually in charge of the program at chuck@midpenmedia.org. That is chuck@midpenmedia.org.
And he would be the producer of our broadcast and the director of the sports department.
And once again, you can be an adult, child, as long as you have a passion for broadcasting.
Absolutely. Bringing sporting events, and not just high school sporting events, community sporting events.
Exactly. We got
as
some
well.
colleges down there.
I think there were even plans maybe, for some Stanford events, hopefully. And there are several community sporting events, I know. Maybe softball leagues and whatnot.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, so.
So on 2nd and 10, a handoff coming to the near side for Sean Litster. We haven't heard from him in a while. Heard a lot from him in the first half, including an 89-yard touchdown reception. One of 3 touchdowns tonight for the Titans. One was an opening kickoff return for the touchdown by Kevin Sharp. As we're underway here in the 4th quarter. Gunn 21.
Carlmont 0.
Carlmont being shut out. Now what's interesting is actually in their first game last week against
The Knights.
the Kings Academy, they shut out Kings Academy.
33-0.
Pass is complete to Sharp, and he's got the first down. Out to the 48-yard line of Carlmont. Yeah, breaking the tackle there and getting the
That first down,
yards after the
Black.
catch down the near sideline before Gabrielle Crossman could finally catch up to him. A very impressive night for really all of the Gunn receivers. Litster must have about 3 or 4, and Kevin Sharp must as well. So now 1st down and 10 in Carlmont territory, and a screenplay near side after heavy pressure there by Carlmont. Passes complete near side to Litster. Brought down by Portis, I beg your pardon. One of the Titans slowly limping off. That's Sean Litster, actually. Looks like he got banged up, and the medical staff is looking at him there on the sideline. Looks like maybe the right ankle there, or maybe a cramp the way they're stretching that. You hate to see the injury to Litster. He's had such a productive game for the Titans. 2nd and 5, split backs behind Guzman. Throws, and a hitch route that is caught. Looks like the knee hit right at the 37-yard line there for Lee Zhao. And Lee Zhao will move the chains for Gunn.
First down!
The Titan offense continues to grind out the yards. Very methodically here, taking their time.
Which is a change, actually.
Yeah, in the first half, when neither team has scored here in the second half. But in the first half, Gunn, when they scored,
they just went
scored
for it.
70 yards, 89 yards, and 95 yards.
Very impressive.
So the first down for the Titans from the 38-yard line. I formation behind Guzman. Here comes the blitz. Flushes Guzman out of the pocket, rolling to his left. He'll take it himself. And the quarterback runs out of bounds at the 35-yard line of the Scots. Scots next week will be home again for the division opener against Aragon High School. Aragon of San Mateo, not very far from Carlmont is. Carlmont is in Belmont, San Mateo County.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
And then they host Woodside. So 2 home games in a row coming up for the Scots. They're hoping to head into that game with some momentum after a sluggish game. Flying down there on the pitch to Moreno Ramos. And that might be coming back. Might be a holder, a block in the back there on the near side.
Holding on the offense.
Got holding offense.
40. Number 40.
Meanwhile, looking at the road ahead for Gunn. At home against Cappuccino of San Bruno next week, and then at Palo Alto, and to finish September,
the big game,
hosting Lynbrook. And that
We got
Lynbrook
holding
game on
on
the
the
28th
offense.
of September.
10 yards, repeat 2nd down.
That Lynbrook game will be the opening game for the conference slate. Gunn playing in the Santa Clara Valley Athletic League's El Camino division. There are 2 levels, the El Camino division, which is the lower tier, and then Palo Alto is in the upper tier,
higher division,
known as De Anza. I think Wilcox and Los Gatos and Milpitas are annually in that. I'll have to double check who this year is actually in that, but Gunn also has Monta Vista, Cupertino, and Los Altos in the El Camino Conference, who they will be playing later on this season. 2nd and 23 after that holding penalty. A beautiful
that
catch.
Was a beautiful, awesome
Deep slant
catch.
route by Lee Zhao.
That was just
to the
awesome.
35-yard line. Showing some elevation there.
I mean,
Lee
that
Zhao
just...
climbing the ladder, making the catch.
That was beautiful.
And a 3rd down coming up. Well, hard to say what the play of the game will be. That was a great catch.
It was a great catch.
And another one might be that interception by
Calvin
Membreno.
That was amazing.
Where he juggled it.
He caught it, but he held on to it.
And he had no idea the ball was even coming to him.
I know. It just seems like the ball
kind of hits his number. Whoa, my goodness. I got to
oh, it's here. All right.
make a catch it. Here's the pressure. Screen play.
So we got it.
Near side to Moreno Ramos looking for blockers. Down to the 31-yard line. Cut from behind. A little bit short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up from the 32-yard line of Carlmont. 7:40 and counting down to go in the fourth quarter, with the Titans leading 21-0. Titans trying to hold on and go 2-0 in this young 2012 season.
Still again keeping on with the slow play. Slow but steady.
They're just trying to let the clock go.
Just let it run.
Hold on to that lead. They don't want to see the Carlmont offense back on the field. Guzman, plenty of time.
Pass is complete, and looks like we're going to get another touchdown for the Titans.
Touchdown. Kevin Sharp with his second touchdown of the night.
That's his second touchdown.
We got a touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Titans.
Sharp ran back the opening kickoff, and now Guzman connects with Sharp.
So that's a
for
27-0.
the 32-yard touchdown pass for the Titans.
The Titans leading 27-0, thanks to Sharp.
And the Gunn offense must be feeling pretty good right now, and the defense must as well. As
the defense.
The Titan offense finding the end zone several times tonight, and a shutout so far for the Gunn defense. Flags down prior to the point after attempt. We'll see whether or not Sampson will
Got
have to
dead
kick
ball
from
foul. We got
the
encroachment on the defense. Have this to the goal. We're going to replay the extra point.
Very short point after attempt here for Sampson, with the quarterback Guzman holding. A very impressive night for Guzman. That was quite the throw. A strike between two defenders there on that touchdown pass to Kevin Sharp. There is the man of the hour.
Sharp, 25.
A very impressive night for that young man. Showing a great rapport with his quarterback as the point after attempt is good, and with 7:08
extra point
to go
is good.
in the fourth quarter, it is all Gunn, 28-0.
Carlmont has really got to step it up.
And we've been hearing that fight song serenading the Gunn faithful quite often tonight.
And they have been fighting. Oh, and once again, today's game has been brought by the Asian Box, which again is a restaurant, the Bridges, the gap between fast casual and your favorite neighborhood joint. Should really go and check it out.
That's phenomenal.
At Bridges.
I would love
the fast casual and the neighborhood joint.
I would love if they could cater for the press box. That would just
that would be amazing, actually. I was actually there over the summer, and it was just amazing. The food was just great.
It's been open for a couple of months.
Just a couple of months? It's very impressive for a couple of months, you know. Business has been booming. And we're back again.
Sampson to kick off for Gunn, now leading 28-0. Carlmont just trying to get their first points of the game. Returned up the middle, out across the 30. Gifford stopped at the 35-yard line. It was 6:55 to go in the game. That's where Carlmont will begin. Hamade making the tackle.
Got a first down. Blue.
Also tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by the Palo Alto Cafe in Midtown near the corner of Colorado and Midfield, located on Middlefield Road, serving Palo Alto's best coffee. Palo Alto Cafe, and as the fall and winter months are soon upon us, you'll be wanting the coffee, maybe hot chocolate to warm up.
Exactly, so anytime you find yourself near Palo Alto, you know, just go dropping by.
DJ James, pass incomplete on the far side there on first down for the Scots. And remember, if you want to learn more about the youth sportscasting program at the Media Center, or to volunteer behind the scenes, or learn more and participate in sports broadcasting here with the Media Center, visit midpenmedia.org and also email the director of the sports department with the Midpeninsula Media Center, Chuck Alley, at Chuck at Midpen Media. That's MIDPEN media.org.
And once again, you can be, doesn't matter what your age is, it's as long as you have a passion.
Absolutely. Passionate for broadcasting, passionate for bringing the excitement of sporting events to televisions throughout the peninsula. Now 2nd and 10 here from the 35-yard line for Carlmont. An impressive night for DJ James, but ultimately a challenging one. Not able to get that final hurdle pass complete on the far side. Great tackle there. Swinging down the receiver, Derek Gomez. That's Gomez's first reception tonight, and that tackle, an impressive one by Eric Price. We'll see who'll lead the Titans in tackles this week. Last week was Membrano with 8 and Forrest Larson with 6. I'd say Membrano's up there again this week, but really it's been a collective defensive effort. Everybody in on the
They've just been pitching in.
stops. Here's the pressure. James under pressure. Got him
in,
and he connects down to the 30, to the 20, the 15, and they will finally catch up to him inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for the Scots.
Actually,
as
that's the
DJ James connects with Takatake.
And that's the longest run Carlmont has actually had for the whole entire game.
Absolutely. And that was Eric Price, the Titan, finally catching up to Takatake. All the way down to the 9-yard line of Gunn. Big gain for Carlmont, and now the Scots, with 5:45 to go in the first half, in the 4th quarter.
Fourth quarter, it's almost over.
Have a 1st and goal. James rolling right under pressure, eludes one, but he won't escape the 2nd. And he's sacked. Sacked by Mike Jorgensen. Loss of 4, back to the 13-yard line.
Very impressive defense for the Titans.
Yeah, it looked like, James just had a swarm of Titan defenders encircling him there. He broke one tackle. He was not able to escape Jorgensen, who gets the first sack of this game.
He does.
And now 2.5 sacks this season for Jorgensen.
2.5.
Now on 2nd and goal, swing pass. Near side, Gifford inside the 5, looking for the end zone. Stopped just shy of the goal line.
Not the touchdown.
That's Hamada.
So look at all his options.
Along with Forrest Larson, keeping Gifford out of the end zone. Is Gunn trying to keep that shutout intact, but now with a 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line, that shutout is in serious jeopardy. Right now with a 28-0 lead and 4:20 to go in the 4th quarter. The Titan defense did have a 4th down goal line stand back in the 1st quarter.
So this is Carlmont's 3rd attempt at the touchline.
3rd and goal, handoff up the middle for Concia, and he is in.
Touchdown,
Carlmont.
Touchdown for the Carlmont.
And
Finally.
Concia gets on the board with a 1-yard touchdown run for Mark Concia, senior for the Scots, with the rushing touchdown.
Seems like there was a hole right there that he just jumped right through.
Nice block there between the left guard and the center. So no shutout tonight for the Gunn defense.
A very impressive job.
And the first score of the night for Carlmont coming at the 4-second mark. Left to go in the 4th. And the point after attempt, hold down, kick on its way. Looks wide left, no good.
Extra point.
Therefore,
it's no good.
Takatake.
And it's no good. They don't get the point.
So a 28-6 Gunn lead here with 4:04 to go in the 4th quarter. Next week, we will be heading to North Palo Alto. And Palo Alto High School is...
Or as they call it, Pali.
As they say, Pali. That's right. The Pali Vikings will be having a non-conference matchup, hosting the Archbishop Midi Monarchs. I think 2 teams who are in the... whatever the Max Preps or San Francisco Chronicle top 10 teams in the Bay Area.
That should be a very interesting matchup to watch.
Should be a very, very exciting matchup, to be sure. You do not want to miss it. Stay tuned to your local listings to find out the date and time of when that broadcast will be airing. The game, of course, will be on Friday night, September the 15th at 7:30 at Palo Alto High School. And tonight's game on the Palo Alto Media Center is brought to you in part by Howie's Artisan Pizza at Town & Country Shopping Center, with artisan, authentic, wood-fired pizzas, just like they do in Naples.
Once again, if you go to the Poly games, just make sure you drop by.
Great place for before the game, great place for after the game, great place to go before and after Stanford football games, right across the street from Stanford Stadium, and of course, any night with family and friends for lunch, dinner, and an onside kick grabbed at midfield by one of the up men for the Titans there, Hamade, and Hamade holds on with those good hands.
First down,
Not exactly
Titans.
expecting the onside kick with the 22-point Gunn lead, but Carlmont trying to get back into this game, but Hamade holds on, and the Titans will have the ball at midfield here with 3:59 left in the game,
Titans
leading 28-6. So what do you think, Eva, Gunn maybe should improve on? You see that they have this 28-6 win, but there's always, and we'll hear from Dan Navarro this week what he thinks, but really kind of hard. It was all around a very impressive game, not too many penalties. Handoff here to Moreno Ramos. I'm guessing there will be a lot of handoffs here in this drive to keep the clock moving. Gain a 2 to the 48 of
that was
Carlmont.
actually very impressive,
DJ James with the stop.
It seems like they had a plan to just start off quickly and just get the points right away. So, just a home run.
Oh, he was telling us last week about how in the San Mateo game that the team had 1 penalty, showing that discipline of the team, and they have had more than 1. I would not say they've had more than maybe 4 or 5 in this game.
But it's
Again, a pretty clean, crisp game. This has been very, very pleasant football to watch for Gunn. Going up the middle, there was no hole there, and then trying to bounce outside on the run for Membrano. Didn't work up the middle, so try again. Tracked down by Yancey Portis before he could cut the corner on the outside and get any significant yardage. Dropped for a loss of 5. But looking very promising here for the Titans, that they will go 2-0 into next week's home matchup with Cappuccino.
I really love that name, just Cappuccino,
Spelled differently, though, than the Italian coffee drink. Handoff up the middle for Forrest Larson. Nick Martin with the stop. It is really interesting to note, though, that now that I think about that comment Dan Navarro made to us about the penalties, this team really is just, they're very professional. They're playing with a business-like mindset that, and as he said, I like to say, I'll judge this season by the wins and losses, how it looks in the standings at the end of the season.
We have timeout.
They take it week by week, and that's how you need to do it, as Carlmont calls timeout.
And they just build up on there, if they succeed, just build up on that. Just anything that they did wrong this week, they'll just keep improving it.
And I know one thing, certainly, or any time when you have a big rival, whether it's Giants, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, Stanford, Cal, you always look at that rival on the schedule. And for Gunn, it's obviously
It's
week
Palo.
4 on September the 28th when they face Palo Alto High School. And that is the rivalry matchup, and obviously knowing with Palo Alto being the reigning CCS championship, Gunn probably has a little bit of that edge on their shoulders with all of the media, all of the hype going to
But you know what? It should be
the
a very
Vikings.
interesting game because, you know, we got 2 Palo students actually playing for Gun, or 2 ex-Palo students.
Ex-Palo, so yeah,
Ex-Palo students.
I don't think
In
Gunn
fact-
in them in free agency. Or I
In
wouldn't
fact,
think so.
Guzman, the quarterback, was actually from Pali, so. Very interesting.
Sampson with the punt here for Gunn. Gifford waits for it. A return man for Carlmont, but it's actually downed by Hamade at the
Turnover
20-yard
on downs.
line as Carlmont will
Blue
take
ball.
over with 1:45
First
to
down.
go, trailing by 22. Well, again, the Media Center thanks one of its sponsors, Cal Construction Group, remodeling the Mid-Peninsula for over 20 years.
Pretty impressive.
And remodeling the Mid-Peninsula very nicely.
As we should say.
One thing, my spotter here, Mel Froley, would agree with me, certainly, that needs remodeling here on the Mid-Peninsula, it would be this press box.
It does, actually.
As I've always said. But I've seen a lot of construction here at Gunn High School.
Yeah, we're actually having
Very
a new
impressive.
gym build.
The quick
And-
slant pass complete to Gifford for a gain of 5 out to the 25.
And the pass is complete.
Stopped by Dietrich Sweat. As Carlmont trying for one final march downfield as looks like the Titans will be heading to 2-0 this season.
With a minute left in the game, the Titans lead with a 28-6.
There will be a lot of smiles amongst the Titan faithful tonight. I wonder when the last time they went 2-0 to open the season was. Yeah, it's been a long time. As James is sacked, he didn't see that coming. Dropped in the backfield for a sack by Sweat. The Gunn sophomore, Dietrich
sophomore.
Sweat, from the blind side of DJ Thomas, or yeah, DJ James for the quarterback sack. And now a 3rd down and 15, which is half a minute to go. As James under center. And that sack certainly an exclamation point at the end of this sentence. As the pass complete out there on the far side. I really have liked what we've seen from James tonight. The cornerback, good mobile quarterback, makes great choices, precise throws. He's got a future, definitely has a future. And he's a junior,
I
so
know.
I'm not sure if Gunn will be playing at Carlmont next year, but I'm sure when we see James next year with another year of experience, boy, he
He'll
will
be
be one of
better.
the leading quarterbacks amongst the peninsula, if not maybe even the Bay Area. 14 seconds ago, 4th down and 3. James on the run, has a man caught at the 30. Nice job staying out of bounds.
And he's still up
Breaking
and he's still
tacklers and
running.
down the sidelines. Look out, there goes
He might
Nick Simon, finally
push
caught
out.
with
6 seconds.
6/10 of a second
Not even 6 seconds.
out of bounds at the
Got a first
25-yard line.
Blue.
Well, unfortunately for Carlmont,
That was
they
a
better
very nice
be
try.
right
Just
on the ball to try and snap
go
the
for
ball.
it.
But wow, talk about
That
the
was just like.
balletic toe work.
We got a timeout.
And a timeout called, smart call
Blue.
by Carlmont, because they were not going to get that snap off and at least have one try for the end zone, get one last score.
But did you just see that run? That run was just like. That was an awesome run right there.
Absolutely, boy, the footwork.
Just dodges.
Absolutely.
He just dodged all those defense players right there.
There's Coach Dan Navarro.
We
He's
got
still,
the Titans saying hi.
Dan Navarro, even with 6/10 of a second left, still trying to chalk up that big defense to keep Carlmont out of the end zone.
He should be proud of his team, though.
Absolutely. Both sides of the football. Anytime you have a shutout until 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, that's definitely a night to be proud of for your defense.
We got the band just cheering
But
for
let's
it.
also, it also has been an impressive game
For the Carlmont.
for the Carlmont offense, and it just
They just kept going
the
at it.
fact that they have 6 points does not mean they did not have a very impressive offensive night. They just couldn't
Make it pass.
convert there in those 4th downs deep in Gunn territory. Twice they made it to the goal line. Once they were finally able to score. Last play of the game, James's throw almost intercepted in and out of the hands of the Titan Sean Litster.
And that's it.
And the Titans defeat Carlmont 28-6 and move to 2-0 here in the 2012 season.
Look very happy.
Winning the home opener against Carlmont as the Titan faithful will be celebrating tonight as Gunn moves to 2-0 for the first time in years.
Must feel very good right now.
And behind, kickoff return and 3 touchdown passes by Andre Guzman, and that touchdown return and a touchdown reception as well for Kevin Sharp. A terrific night for him as well, and an excellent defensive performance by the Titan defense, shutting out Carlmont until the 4-minute mark. It had a very impressive first quarter goal line stand. All around, very impressive game for the Titans that Coach Dan Navarro and the Titans and their faithful should be very proud of. The final score of our West Bay game night from Palo Alto, California at Gunn Field and Haldane Track. The Gunn Titans 28 and the Carlmont Scots 6. On this 1st September Friday, week 2 of the high school football season, as the Titan faithful now give a round of applause for Gunn, and the Titan players raise their helmets, thanking the students and parents and members of the community who came out tonight on this cool, crisp evening. And our first broadcast of the season, and our first broadcast just in general for the media center in years.
And once again, folks, thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely.
At the G House.
Here at the G House, as Dan Navarro addresses the 2-0 Gunn Titans. Well, final thoughts here from tonight's broadcast, Eva. They through and through, both sides of the football, very impressive performance by the Gunn Titans tonight, especially that gentleman right there, number 10, the quarterback,
Guzman.
Senior Andre Guzman.
I mean, it was a very impressive game, even for Carlmont. You know, their offense was really good. They just couldn't make it up at the very last moment, which is what really matters. But then again, you know, the Gunn defense was actually amazing too.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it was a great game for both of the teams, you know, just hands down. It's hands down for the Gunn team, and, you know, they deserve it.
So the Titans 2-0, and heading on September 14th, next Friday night, they will be hosting Cappuccino here at Gunn Field. Meanwhile, now at the record of 1-1, Carlmont will be at home against Aragon High School. Again, the final score from tonight's game, the Gunn Titans defeat the Carlmont Scots 28-6. And next week, very impressive win indeed for the now 2-0 Gunn Titans. We'll see if they can keep it going next week.
Hopefully they can.
Our next broadcast here on the Palo Alto Media Center is next week. The game will be Friday night, and we'll let you know when the broadcast is.
It's a Palo, right?
We will be at Palo Alto High School for a matchup of 2 top 10 teams in the Bay Area, the Archbishop Midi Monarchs at the Palo Alto High School Vikings. Now for Eva Mungai, I'm Trevor Felch. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and for the entire Media Center crew, our director Eva, and our analyst Eva, our director Ethan, and our producer Chuck Alley. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.
I would actually like to make a shout out for the tech team, you know?
Absolutely.
It was actually
the
amazing.
behind-the-scenes team, a wonderful job. Good night, everybody.
And